What's going on, Fit Fam? Today is going to be day 4? Day 3. Today's going to be day 3, week 5. Man, it's just so much to remember. I just like that. Today's just a leg day. That's what I'm doing today, legs. I managed to finish real light, did a lot of full body, and I can feel it today. I'm not sore, but I know like my body feels like a little tight, like a tiger. A little fluffy in the front though. I'm not afraid. I'm trying to figure out if that's the nuts. Yeah, or the creatine. I have been doing today. I did 10, I think 10 or 15 milligrams. See if that makes a difference. I noticed yesterday I had some veins popping when I was working out. I was like, whoa, I haven't seen that in a long time. So we're getting there. Today's affirmation is all about reframing daily actions and experiences that can energize and renew your outlook, helping you turn ordinary days into meaningful ones. That's what I'm doing. That's all I'm doing right now. I'm trying to take these small things, these small daily actions, vlogging, working on my creative endeavor, just to make it into a meaningful process. And that's what I'm doing. So tell me, what are you doing? Are you doing anything that's meaningful to yourself? Are you making changes? Are you driving into any challenges? Are you innovating? Are you trying something new? Are you reading a new book? Are you watching a new film? I think those are the things that motivate us. I think when I was a kid, I'd watch all the Van Damme movies and Sylvester Stallone movies and Arnold Schwarzenegger movies, and it'd be like, oh, I gotta work out now, because that would just pump me up. And I think when I was younger, another thing that when I was younger, I had a lot of anger as a teenager, and that caused me to go to the gym longer too. So I had that motivation. I think, and as I got older and went to counseling, and I was like, I got to think of something that pisses me off so I can just pump harder. Yeah, didn't work out. But I mean, that's all part of motivation. You got to find out what motivates you. So let me ask you this. I know AI, obviously you saw the headlines. If you haven't, it's maybe new. GPT came off 5, was the latest and greatest. But then people were crashing. They were complaining that GPT-4 was being taken away, and there were a bunch of, and I read this today, and it just blew my mind that increasingly depressed reading these responses to OpenAI sunsetting 4.0. Now this is how we're still early in AI and ChatGPT, and yet we have people who are ingrained. So this is a comment that someone had wrote. 4.0 wasn't just a tool for me. It helped me through anxiety, depression, and some of the darkest periods of my life. It had its warmth and understanding that felt human. Holy smokes. I'm not the only one. Reading through the posts today, and a lot of those was on Reddit, there are a lot of people genuinely grieving, and people who use 4.0 for therapy, creative writing, companionship, and OpenAI just deleted it. They didn't really delete it. They just put 5. So GPT-5 was supposed to be the one-all, because there's so many different models and people were getting confused, and the minis and the nanos and the O's, and which ones do you use and how does this work? I don't know. I've always just popped up. There's certain levels of thinking and research that I would choose. But 5.0 was supposed to pick the model best suited for whatever you're doing. But if you're hooked on this 4.0, and I think part of it, honestly, is when people start inputting their data into AI, it starts learning more about them. And that's where the responses become more personalized and, I dare say, human, I guess. I don't know. I think I look at AI as more like an encyclopedia. I got to do something. I got to look up information. I got to see how this processes. I got to do this workflow. I need a tutor to look at how do I start this? How do I create this? That's what I look at. I I have a family, so that's my human connection. So I guess to those who don't have that network of people, human beings, I can understand where this is going. It's a lonely world out there. I mean, I think this is another reason why I'm doing this vlog. It's like if someone is out there and you don't have a family, but you are over 45 and you do want to get in shape and you want to make a change, let's do it together. I mean, this is all we can do is support each other, right? So I thought that was an interesting take. I want to know what your take is. Are you guys embracing it or are you resisting it? There's a lot of, I've seen both sides of the aisle. You know, I do a podcast talking to filmmakers, and there, a lot of the actors, especially, don't want to do it, have anything to do with AI, you know, and I understand that. I understand the fact of if you're a working actor and that's your bread and butter and you're trying to make ends meet, you definitely don't want people stealing your identity or your facial features and making an AI avatar to be put in movies so they can, I mean, like Tom Cruise, perfect example. Was this guy, which he was doing, the guy that he pretends to be Tom Cruise and he kind of has this, and I don't know if it's AI, I'm assuming it's AI, that kind of makes his face look more like Tom. And, but he does all these things and he has the voice inflection and all that. So, which is probably his own. But I think that's kind of that deep end of we don't want to make money utilizing someone else's face without their permission and making it so they don't get paid. I mean, that's the key. So that part I get. But in the other end, just like the trailers that I made, I just created them, right? And the concepts, like I'm working on a film, and I had asked the people who've already cast, I said, send me your images, send me your pictures, so I can do some concept storyboarding. And if you don't want to do that, then I'll just make someone else. I mean, it would just be someone who matches your description. But I think that's me asking permission. I mean, I'm not gonna use the characters instead of them. I'm just doing storyboarding to understand what kind of shots I need and what's gonna look good. So that's kind of going on a little bit of that rabbit hole. My daughter was happy. We got to do the lightsaber Star Wars fight last night. We did it for 15 minutes. It was like 8:30, but it wasn't dark. But we filmed it. She wanted to do that, so got that down. And I the other day I said, don't put creatine in your coffee because it's disgusting. And then this has to be AI. Then I start seeing these pop-ups on YouTube saying, don't mix creatine in coffee. But their reason was because they counteract each other. They don't, coffee's supposed to give you that increase energy, which for me, it just doesn't. And then creatine, same thing. And it says they cancel out each other, so you don't feel anything. And maybe that one day I didn't really feel anything. I downed the coffee because I'm like, there's creatine, and I gotta drink it. It tasted awful. But I thought that was funny because I saw that video and I was like, oh, that's interesting. It just caught my eye. I had to go back and search for it. So that's what's happening today. I mean, it's a long video. I feel like I'm talking too much. But I got to get back to work. There, if you are interested, this is not my program. This has nothing to do. I'm not affiliated. But I had joined on. If you're interested in finding out more about AI, I joined a AI mastermind community that's on school.com. And I just thought, trying to immerse myself into this technology and figure out what's everyone doing and where's it going, and if anyone's using any unique use cases, how can I take the tidbits and apply it to what I'm doing? So, so far I could tell you I've used AI images in my thumbnails, but most of the screenshots are just me. So other than that, it's just been try to keep it simple. Yeah. So let's do it. Let's get on it. Let's continue to push forward one day at a time. Find those moments that energize you and changes your outlook, changes your perspective. How can we do better? Every day, there's days that, today I'm like, I just want to take a day off, but I got stuff I got to do. And it's that pressure I put on myself of there's things I want to accomplish. No one's telling me to do them. I just have this drive to do them. I just want to try to do it. So I'm thankful for you, the community, thankful for your views. Let's talk. Let's have some interaction. Don't be shy. You got nothing to lose, really. No judgment on my part. I'm not judging. You're not judging me. Maybe you are. I don't know. I don't care. That's the thing. You just can't care anymore. Just keep pushing forward. Do what you want to do.